wanted to get another video up this time, working a little bit into our side bodies, giving it a nice stretch, getting some lateral flexion movement in the spine, side to side movement in the spine, and we'll keep it fairly quick and simple, and I'll give you lots of options here. So, and as always, bring yourself into child's pose if you're not feeling it, and that is just fine. So to start, find a nice comfortable seat. If you want, you can lift the hips up on a blanket or a towel, bolster. Let your knees just drop. Find a nice long spine here, reaching up through the crown of the head, but still keeping our bodies relaxed, not rigid and holding. See if you can find a relaxation as you lengthen through the spine. Take a few deep breaths here. Just start connecting to your breath so we can marry our breath and our movement together. Let the breath fuel our movements. Breathe into all four sides of the torso. Long, slow exhale. And then whenever you're ready, you can continue just sitting and breathing, or you can start finding a little movement in the neck. So finding whatever it is that you need here, you can draw circles with your nose, rock your ear over your shoulder, chin to chest. You can look up. If you're going to look up, try not to crunch in the back of the neck, really reach up through the chin. So just find some nice movement to open up, loosen up through the neck. And don't lose that conversation with your breath. Keep that going. And then whenever you're ready, you can add a little bit of shoulders in. You can continue doing the neck. You can shrug your shoulders up, squeezing. Exhale, pull your shoulder blades down and back. Just getting some release through our traps, hopefully. Breathing through it. Or you can bring your hands, interlace your fingers, palms forward. Reach them up, stretching through the palms. And you can find a little tick-tock side to side here. Make it nice and simple to start. So lots of choices here. It really is going to be whatever you're feeling today. And it may be a combination of everything. I'll do a little bit of everything so I can be with everybody. Continue breathing. And then if you're squeezing shoulders up to ears, go ahead and bring your hands to prayer position at your heart. Go ahead and interlace, bring your fingertips, palms forward, about shoulder height. Reach. Inhale, bring your arms up, reach through the palms, and find your side to side if you weren't doing that already. Nice and gentle. And then when you're ready, exhale, break free. Reach your fingertips all the way out to the sides. You can have fingertips up, out, down, whatever feels best. You can do a little bit of all three. Hold your arms reaching out, straight out from the shoulders. You might rotate your arms, palms up and down. Just bringing a little bit of movement into our shoulders. Our GH joint, if you're familiar. And then when you're ready, exhale, palms to heart. Bow, chin to chest. Inhale, release. Drop your left hand to the mat. Bring your right arm up and over. Nice side body stretch. Come into it slowly, lengthening through both sides. And then find some organic movement here. Maybe rotate the chest down towards the mat. On an exhale, reaching the fingertips out past that left knee. Inhale, open up, or you can just stay here. Looking up, looking down. And then when you're ready, inhale, come back to center. Drop the right palm. Inhale, left palm comes up. Reaching through both sides, finding your organic movement, whatever it is you need. And it could be stillness, and that's fine. Breathing through your movement. Working on some spinal movement. Inhale back to center. Perfect. And then we're going to bring ourselves to our hands and knees, our tabletop position. So if you're sitting on something, you can move it. You can put it underneath your knees if you want. I'm going to set mine off to the side. So kindly, gently bring yourself to your tabletop position. You want your knees under your hips, your wrists under your shoulders. Really rotate your arm creases forward. Our front body is hugging up to our back body like we're pushing the earth away from us. Lengthening through the crown. And then you can curl your toes under here. And then whenever you're ready, draw your navel to your spine. Inhale, lift your knees. And I should say you can have your toes curled under here, or you can be on the tops of your feet, whichever one. Holding here, keep pressing the earth away. Nice connection to our core. Exhale, release. If your toes aren't already curled under, go ahead and curl them under. Sink your hips back. And if that's too much on your feet, come to the tops of your feet. And then from here, whichever way you're going to be, tops of your feet or toes curled, sink your chest and your forehead towards the mat. Walk your fingertips forward. Rotate your elbow creases up towards the sky. And really find some active stretch in your arms. Through the side body. Breathe deep. Inhale, coming back to our tabletop position. And then whenever you're ready, we will begin cat-cow. So you're going to move with your breath, however you want to move here. So find what you need. Find your tabletop. Inhale, we drop our belly, lift our tailbone. Chest pushes forward between our upper arm bones. Crown of the head lifts. Exhale, curl the tailbone under. Drop the crown of your head. And then just do that, moving with your breath. You can do this as fast or as slow as you need. I say mindful is always a great way to approach it, but it's really what you're feeling today. Whenever you're ready, bring yourself back to your tabletop position. Bump your hips to the right, look over your right shoulder. Keep pressing the earth away from you. You should feel a gentle stretch in your right side body. Exhale back to center. Bump the hips to the right, look over your right shoulder. Inhale back to center. Take some cat-cows. However many you want. And then whenever you're ready, back to tabletop. Inhale, slide your right toes out. Rock back and forth here for a second, stretching through the back of that leg. And then when you're ready, take your right toes past the left side of your mat. Bring them to the ground. Keep pressing the earth away. And then when you're ready, look over your left shoulder at your right toes. Should feel a little bit bigger stretch in your right side body here. Inhale back to center, back to tabletop, and then whenever you're ready, left toes slide out. Find that nice rock, opening up through the back of that leg. Earth is pressing away, and then when you're ready, left toes come over to the right side, Look over your right shoulder. Breathe deep. Exhale back to center. Perfect. Curl your toes under or come to the tops of your feet, or you can bring your big toes to touch on your knees wide, whichever you choose. Any variation, sink your hips back. Let your chest and forehead sink towards the mat. Reach our arms forward. And then maybe find a nice little rock here. If you're in extended child's pose with the knees wide, you might feel some opening in the hips. Should hopefully all feel a nice release on our lower back. Rocking side to side if it feels good. And then when you're ready, inhale, coming back to center. Find your tabletop again, so knees back under our hips. And then when you're ready, inhale, slide the right toes out. Lift them up off the mat. We're going to sneak some core in here. So if you're not feeling this, you can just do some cat-cows, or you can sit back on your heels and stretch your forearms. Or you can be here, toes turning towards the mat. Reach the left palm forward. Keep pressing the mat away. Breathe. Exhale, release. Perfect. And then if you want to take a breather here, sit back on your heels. Stretch through your forearms, fingertips down, fingertips up. Give them a nice assist. And then when you're ready, if you choose to do this, we'll do the other side, or you can stay there stretching your forearms. Find your tabletop, press the earth away, elbow creases shining forward, slide the left toes out. Keep pressing the earth away, left toes lift. Right arm comes out. Breathe deep, press, press, press the earth away. Exhale, release. Excellent. From here, curl your toes under, lift your hips. Come into a downward dog, pedal your feet back and forth. Excellent. Or you can find a place of stillness. Heart reaching back towards the thighs, elbow creases shining forward. And then when you're ready, find a walk up to the front of your mat and find your forward fold. From here, bend your knees generously. Belly comes to the tops of the thighs. Plant your right palm under your nose. Inhale, straighten the left leg. Keep the right knee bent. Twist open to the left. Breathe. Inhale, exhale, release. Bend your left knee. Place your left hand under your nose. And then as you're ready, both knees bent, twisting open, straightening that right knee. Open, open, open. Breathe deep. One full inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale, release. Let your body hang for a second. Clasp opposite elbows, bend your knees as much as you need. And then when you're ready, inhale, halfway lift. You can take airplane arms here, really lift up through the triceps. Exhale, release. Inhale, rolling it up. Slowly, slowly, slowly. Arms come up and overhead. From here, you can't see my hands, but take your right hand, grip your left wrist. Feet just planted firmly where they feel comfortable, pressing into all four corners. Right hand grasping left wrist, find a nice side body stretch. Bump the hips towards the left. Both sides long. Inhale back to center. Switch sides. Exhale. To the side, opening up through the chest. Chest staying, spiraling towards the sky, not rolling it forward. Exhale back to center. Find a mountain pose for about 2 to 3 breaths. Inhale, arms come up. Exhale, folding forward. Plant your palms. Step your left toes back. Lower that left knee. Come into a nice low lunge. Pull back in that right hip crease. You can have your left toes curled or flat on the mat. Top of the foot flat on the mat. Pulling back in that right hip crease. You can stay right here, enjoying this low lunge. Keep that length in your spine. Keep the spine straight. You don't want to dunk too much, sink. Try and keep that length, that one long length in your spine. And then, or from here you can come up. Press, press, press into the right foot. Press into your back foot. Toes or top of the back foot. Inhale, you can bring your arms up. Same thing, we're gonna grab the left wrist with the right hand. Find a nice side body stretch. Keep pressing into your feet. Solid base. Exhale to center, switch sides. Pulling the inner thighs together. Inhale back to center, exhale, release. Curl your back toes under, lift that back knee, bend it, step it back up. Perfect. Forward fold. Actually, I'll stay right here so you guys can see me. When you're ready, rolling it up into a mountain pose. And then from here, reach your fingertips around, interlace behind your tailbone. And then you can stay right here, enjoying this stretch. Or you can inhale, pull your knuckles down and slightly away. You can keep your palms squared or you can pull them together. Try and keep your ribs down here. Don't let them splay out too much. Inhale, exhale, release. Arms come up on a big inhale. Exhale, fold forward. And step the right foot back. Lower that knee. Your choice on how you want your back foot. Toes curled or flat on the back of your foot. Pulling back in that left thigh bone. Pulling it, that femur into socket. And you're here. Or you can come up. Finding your low lunge, pressing into your feet. Find that stability. Inner thighs pulling together. Inhale, arms come up. Left hand grabs the right wrist. Nice little gentle side body. Breathing deep. Inhale back to center. Switch sides. Exhale, side body stretch. Inhale back to center. Arms come, hands come to the mat. Curl your back toes under. Lift that back knee. Step it back to your plank pose, or you can be in half plank. You're in plank. Rock back and forth. Connecting to our core one more time. Exhale, drop your knees. Back to a tabletop. And then you'll find your child's pose, whether it be knees wide, sinking our forehead forward. You can have knees together with your arms out, or you can sit back on the heels with the toes curled. It's your choice. Take about 5 deep breaths here. Feeling the air expand our ribs, the contraction. When you're ready, inhale, come back to your tabletop. So from here, I'm going to give you 2 options for our next thing that we do. It's your choice. We can keep it lower to the ground, or a little higher up. So your choice, wherever you are today, whatever you're feeling. But we're gonna start in tabletop. Slide the right toes out. We're going to inhale, pull that knee in on an exhale, step the right toes up. So here you are, you find yourself in another low lunge. So here is where your choices lie. I'm gonna twist around so you guys can see me. So your choices are from your, if you want a little bit more active practice, from your low lunge, you'll curl your back toes under, come up into a high lunge. You'll pivot on your back foot and find yourself in a warrior two. Rotate your palms up. Really get a little extra in those arm joints here. So if you're in warrior two, you can inhale, take that front palm forward, find a reverse warrior for a breath. And then on an exhale, you'll come and find an extended side angle. So you can be here, arm up, you can take that arm over your ear. Or, so you're there, before you get there, take a minute so I can show something else if you want to do that. Or from your low lunge, you're going to take your left toes, turn your knee, your toes over to the right side of your mat, walk your hands around, and we're going to come into gate pose variations. So walk your hands around, press into the outer edge of your right foot. That right leg is extended. And then from here, we'll walk our palms up. Find a left palm comes up first. Beautiful side body stretch. And then you'll exhale and find this version of gate pose. Bringing the left hand to the mat. You can bring your right arm straight up. Press, press, press into the outer edge of that right foot. And then if you want to take that arm, bicep over ear, go for it. So you have your choice, whichever one is serving you today. So you're here. When you get wherever you're going, take about 5 deep breaths. Yes, 5. Okay, so you're in that gate pose. Or we are in an extended side angle. 5 breaths. You can drop that arm if you want. Pressing into the outer edge of that foot. And then when you're ready, you will walk your hands around if you're in gate pose, bringing yourself back to your low lunge. If you were in extended side angle, you're come to low lunge. Perfect. I'm gonna come back this way. And then you'll step it back to your tabletop. Perfect. You can take a breather here, sit back, get you a drink of water if you want it. Or just take a couple deep breaths. Bring yourself back to your tabletop. Press the earth away. Set your foundation. Always start with your basics. Start with your foundations. Slide your left toes out. Bring that knee on an exhale up and in. And then you're going to find your version today of what your pose is going to be. If it's going to be a gate pose variation or extended side angle variation. So gate pose, you're going to slide those toes over. Turn the left toes front, press into the outer edge. You can walk your hands around, walk up. Take that right arm up first. And then you can start here. And then take that bicep over your ear. Or for your 5 breaths, or you're going to come here. To a high lunge. Pivot. Find that warrior two. really have to adjust my stance there. And then when you're ready, find a reverse warrior for a breath, and then work your way to your extended side angle. Legs strong. Whichever pose you're in, really pressing into your feet. Chest is open, jaws relaxed, breathing deep wherever you are. These are some of my favorite side body stretches, so breathe. And then wherever you are, after your 5 breaths, bring yourself back to your low lunge. Slide it back to your tabletop. Walk your knees forward, bring yourself to your sit bones. And then heels on the ground. And we're going to come to a boat pose from here. So you can hold onto the backs of your legs, find a boat pose. You can straighten your legs, you can straighten your arms. You can find a nice little, this breaks your hip flexors really nicely, but keep your chest open, your spine long. You can find a twist, or you're just here. And then when you're ready, release. Take your legs out long. Really reach through your heels. Spine is long. Place your hands on the mat by your hips. We're going to come to staff pose. This pose is no joke. Lengthen through the spine, pressing through the heels. Pressing our hands into the mat. And then if you want, you can inhale, bring your arms up, and find another little side body stretch here. Or you can just be here. Perfect. When you're ready, release. Arms up. Bend your knees as much as you need. Take a nice gentle forward fold with the knees bent. Breathing deep. Feeling peace in our lower backs, maybe. If you want to take it deeper, you can walk your heels out. And then when you're ready, inhale, roll it up. Find yourself either back into your seat or on your seat with a blanket. Nice gentle lift in the hips. Find that head over heart, heart over pelvis. We'll go ahead and inhale, twist to the right, left hand comes to right knee. Keeping length in the spine. You can look over your shoulder, shake your head no. Yes. Breathing deep. Exhale takes you slightly deeper. Inhale, exhale to release. Inhale, take it to the left. Keeping that length in the spine, not rocking back or forward too much. Breathing deep. You can look over your shoulders. Take your head yes or no. Big inhale. Exhale, release. And then you have your choice here. You can end your practice right here, taking some deep breaths, or if you have time, I highly suggest Shavasana. Whichever way you want to take Shavasana, lying on your back, on your side, in your bed, however you want to do it. But I will end the video here. You have your choice of your ending, how you want this story to end for you today. Take some deep breaths. If you want, you can bring your hands to prayer position at your heart if that feels comfortable. You can have hands over your heart, palms on knees, cupped in your lap. So many possibilities. Find what is so comfortable for you. where you can take some deep breaths. Let the practice sink in. Notice if you feel a difference in how you feel physically, hopefully mentally as well. It's an honor to have you join me. As always, thank you very much. Namaste.